we are going to be getting the transmission painted. As you guys know, I painted my engine black, which is something completely different for me. I normally have a like a dark silver color that I do, which I do have some of that paint. But anyhow, long story short, I just wanted to do something different. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this to match the engine, but before I get this thing out in the booth and start getting it the rest of the way prepped up, while we have it in here and I'm closer to my tools, I'm gonna go ahead and pull all the bolts out, because I don't like painting over all the bolts. I'd rather them all be out and then put them back in afterwards. It just adds a level of detail, I think, that is really important whenever you're painting something like this, so it doesn't look like you just splattered paint over the whole thing, you know? So we got some acetone and a rag that we're going to be basically wiping this thing and trying to get it clean. I also have a wire wheel on my drill, and then a little wire brush for getting into the little crevices and whatnot. So I got to get this thing as clean as possible. Then we're going to mask off the areas that are open, that the paint can obviously get inside of the transmission. Realistically, it's not going to hurt nothing, but I think it's just better practice to not try to get a bunch of paint in the inside of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. For the most part, this thing is pretty damn clean. While I had it all taken apart, I scrubbed the living hell out of the case, both sides of it, while it was still in pieces. There's just some little crevices like inside of here and stuff that I just want to make sure to get a good scrub on. I feel like the wire brush also kind of scratches it, in a sense, like scuffing it, getting it ready for primer, you know? Well, everything was going great. Dude, I gotta tell you, man, it is always something with this damn car, bro. It absolutely is always something. Finally got the transmission done, about to paint it so we can get this thing put into the car. And guess what I stumble across? Yeah, buddy. Just a itty bitty tiny little crack. It might be a small crack, but it's a crack nonetheless. No, it's definitely gonna leak from that. Yeah, I feel pretty confident that that was pre-existing. That was already there. It's probably the reason why the guy I bought the transmission from was selling the transmission, and he is being quiet about it. Anyhow, whenever I had this thing torn apart, I noticed that the inside of the casing was kind of beat up right in that area right there. But it looked like it was from somebody, like, intentionally trying to clearance it for something. I don't know, man. Anyhow, that is definitely an issue, and I don't want to paint this thing until I get that welded shut. So and you guys know me with aluminum. I have everything here now to weld aluminum, but my skill set with aluminum is it's not to a point to where I trust myself to not just turn that into a giant hole, if that makes sense. Anyhow, so I hit up my buddy Dylan, and he said that he's at home, and hell yeah, bring it over, that he'll weld it up for me really quick. So that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna hit the road, take the transmission with us, and he's gonna weld it up, close that up for us, and then we'll bring it back, and then we'll be able to finish. Hopefully we don't run into any other issues. There she is. So we can weld this without taking it apart?
Where's it cracked at?
It's on the bottom.
We can flip it over and...
I was getting ready to paint it.
I mean, it doesn't take much to pull apart anyways.
No, yeah, it does. Yes, it fucking does. Yeah, I figured just a little booger over it, right? Just the problem is if it mushrooms in, there's not much tolerance right there, right?
Well, we can weld on the outside. It's just if the oil comes out. So we can try to weld it like that.
I cleaned the living shit out of the inside before I put it together, so
and there's no
hopefully.
oil in it so far?
No, I haven't put anything in it. And I cleaned the hell out of the outside too. Okay, you're gonna carry it for me? Nice. Service around here, bro. Oh wow, it is really cool in here. Damn. Look at these. Look at that. Those are the wheels I wanted on the Suburban. Something like that. Holy crap, dude. Look at this freaking thing. Can I go up there or is it top secret? It's kind of some steep ass stairs, huh?
Yeah, but like I didn't want it to interfere with all the fucking...
Yeah, I know it works. So what is this? Just a place to throw junk or what?
Yeah, I gotta get shelving and stuff up there.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna check out the C50. So what year truck was this?
I think it was a 2005. Either 2005 or 2004.
So this cab is sitting on a 2005 like Chevy Silverado diesel, a Duramax frame. They did a body swap on this. This is literally what it is I'm wanting to do with the Yukon. Jesus Christ, that's how big the rear end is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That thing is massive.
Like, to get the fitment right, I had to make the controllers are 6 inches longer on each side. So it's 12 inches wider altogether on the front to get the fitment right.
Holy crap, dude. So little for such a big truck, right? The hell is that, Lexan?
Yeah.
With the taillights in it?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. Anyhow, while he's welding that up, I figured I'd show you guys this coupe that he has sitting here. We're talking about doing a build on this. You gotta throw it in the comments. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. But it needs some work. It don't look like anything impressive right now. But it's got some pretty sick ass bumpers. I think this thing would be pretty sick, man. I see some potential. And you guys are wanting Honda content, so I don't know. We're talking about like teaming up on a build and come over here and help him knock this thing out. So, but that's only if you guys are interested in it. You gotta throw it in the comments. He's gathering up parts for it. I won't show you that. That'll be a surprise for later. But what are you looking on this side for?
Because I've had an issue with this being cracked before, and it almost looks, it is cracked right there. Look.
Is it?
Yeah. I had an old EP3 that cracked right there too.
Sheesh, that's a big deal, huh?
Yeah, I just welded it.
You're gonna weld it?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Unless you have another inside case, or...
No, I don't have a case. Yeah, it's worse than I thought. What do you think?
That was fine.
Oh yeah. See? There you go.
So there's a bearing that sits right here.
Yeah, for the...
So there's a bearing here for the main shaft, and then your counter shaft bearing sits right here.
So how does that crack? Do you think that's from me fucking around with it, or do you think it was already like that?
It could have already been like that. But see, like, there was like something that went through here. Look at all the debris.
Dude, the inside of the casing is all beat up, where the diff sits at.
Did it look like maybe like broke a gear or something?
No, honestly, it looked like somebody was trying to clearance it for something. I don't know, man.
I wonder if...
Hopefully it works.
I wonder if whoever had the case, if they broke a gear or something.
Yeah.
That's where they had issues with it.
I mean, the guy I bought it from definitely sounded like he does a lot of tearing them down and building them, you know, like, so he had definitely been in there.
Well, it sounds like that?
I'd like to think that he wasn't aware that it was cracked. Oh shit, look at that. I'm glad you found that. 'Cause I didn't even know, bro. I would have thought I had a rear main.
No way.
It would have been everywhere. Good lord, does it still spin? Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, because I had an EPC that did the same thing.
Really?
It cracked right there because I thought I had a rear main leak. And then found that crack, so it just exploded it up.
So that's that one, and the other one's done. Is it good for paint now? All right, got the damn thing loaded all up. Get it back to the house, get this thing painted. So, like I said, we're gonna be over here giving Dylan a hand with that coupe. So get used to seeing this guy's face. He's gonna be in the videos a little bit more often. Have you been in a video before?
I don't think so. Unless you posted with the shop.
Oh, I think I did.
That's probably just a glimpse.
Yeah, just a glimpse of your shop. Yeah, we came here a while back and showed you guys the shop when we first put it up. I was talking about I wanted to put one in my yard, but haven't done that yet. Dude, that is really nice. Now it's insulated. Oh, yeah. With just that one cooler blowing in there, it's freaking, it's probably like 70 in there. Probably less than that. 65?
I don't know, we can check it.
It feels good, dude. You got a thermometer thing? We're gonna see how cool it is inside of here. Dude, it's such a huge difference just walking into this bay door. Like, and it's completely open, just from outside to inside.
78 on the car.
78 on the car. Yeah?
That's probably about 70.
Yeah. Probably about, I don't know, it's probably a little less than that. I think that would make it read a little higher. Everything's reading 78.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine you put a mini split, bro.
I know.
You put a mini split in here, you'd have to turn that son of a bitch down. You'd be getting cold as hell.
That's for next year.
He just did the spray in the foam stuff. Anyhow, we were talking off camera about this thing. I'm actually kind of excited to get into it. It's gonna be fun. Talking like a full, maybe a full color change, and doing obviously suspension, wheels, engine. It's gonna be like a race car build though. Not like a full interior, like maybe AC. No, probably not AC either. It's gonna be like a race car build. Like basically gutted, but we want to make it look clean. Like how I did khaki, you know, everything's gutted, but it's all color matched and looking nice. Yeah, this thing's gonna be exciting. Put it in the comments down below if you guys want to see that. But we are gonna hit the road, man. Get back to the house and get that thing sprayed finally. So I want to talk to you guys about spray guns really quick. These are my 3 main spray guns that I use anytime I am painting something. This one is a Graco Finex. This is a pretty cheap gun, dude. I mean, it's not a Harbor Freight gun by any means, but it's relatively cheap and it works great. This one is a 1.8 millimeter tip. That means that the hole right here, that the paint or primer, whatever it is that you're spraying comes out of, is 1.8 millimeter. This is an IPH 400. I do believe this is a 1.5 millimeter, which is smaller than the 1.8. So this gun works really good for spraying like base coat or clear coat even if you want. This one is also an Iwata. This is a Supernova. This right here by any means is not a cheap gun. This is a very expensive gun. And the tip size on this one is a 1.3 millimeter. So it's a much finer tip, but this gives you a much finer spray. Now, whenever it comes to these cheaper guns like this versus like something that's more expensive like this one, you can definitely tell a difference. You can get the same job done with both of them. But this gun, once you get used to it, it is just a lot more, it's like it almost does the work for you, you know? This one, you have to keep an eye on it a little bit more whenever it comes to your overlapping and how thick you're allowing your paint to get. But since being this one, it atomize atomizes the paint, meaning whenever it comes out, it mixes the air molecules with the paint molecules. I'm no scientist, but it atomizes it so much better for the amount of paint that it's putting out, that you're less likely to get a run if you're to put your paint on heavier with this gun versus a cheaper gun like this. Anyhow, moving on, today we have a video sponsor, and that is Tilswall. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I have no idea how to say that. It's Tilswall. So, and since being I don't know how to say it, of course, this is a brand that I've never heard of before. But you guys know I do a lot of painting. And I guess they came across my channel and they reached out to me and said, hey, we make spray guns and we'd like to send you this one for you to try out, man, and just make a video on it and just let us know. And your audience, of course, let them know what it is that you think of it. So what's really cool about this spray gun, pop this guy out of here. What I thought was really cool is it comes with the fitting for the 3M PPS cups. That's what it is that I use on all of my guns. You can see they all have the 3M PPS, the version 1 PPS cup system on the top. That's the removable cup, you know, the disposable cup that you fill up with paint. It came with one in the box, which is really nice. And if you look at the design of this thing, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not saying that any, like, somebody copied somebody here or nothing, but dude, it literally looks exactly like the Supernova. Anyhow, I have had an opportunity to spray with this thing already. I'm very impressed with the way that it atomizes and puts paint out. To be 100% transparent with you guys, I really can't tell much of a difference between this gun and my Supernova. And the Supernova is quite a bit more expensive. But what makes this gun really freaking cool is you have 3 different needle sets in here. So there's an air cap, a fluid nozzle, and a needle. 3 different sizes. So these guns right here is a 1.3, 1.5, and a 1.8, where this one has a 1.3, a 1.5, and then this is a 1.7. This has 3 different guns built into one. And if you look at the chart right here, this will kind of help you guys to understand. If you guys want to pause it and just look at that, it has what size needle you should be using. Like for instance, it has primer right there. You should be using between a 1.4 and a 1.8. Anyhow, so yeah, for the price of this gun, you are basically getting 3 different size guns, 3 different size needle sets in one gun at a fraction of the cost of what it would be to buy something like a Supernova, and of course at a fraction of a cost of what it'd be to buy all 3 of these guns. Anyhow, like I said, man, I've already had an opportunity to use this on a couple of things, and I am very impressed with the way that it sprays. It feels very much so like this here Supernova, which cost over $1,000. Anyhow, we are going to be using this today to actually spray the transmission. I am going to be leaving the 1.3mm tip in there. I'll have their website along with this gun in the description down below. If you guys are interested, if you'd like to check it out. The price of this thing is absolutely amazing. Like, look, believe me, it costs more than a Harbor Freight gun. So if you're just getting into painting and you don't want to spend this kind of money, which is actually really cheap in comparison to something like that, if you don't want to spend this kind of money, then I didn't start off with a Harbor Freight gun. But if you're ready to move on up to the next level and to get a more quality spray gun, and on top of that, have all the different sizes that you'll need for spraying, base coat, clear coat, primer, things of that nature, I most certainly recommend this thing. There is a link in the description down below, and I do believe they are giving you guys a discount. So anyhow, moving on, man. Let's get back to the booth and get to spraying this transmission. Alright, got this thing all primered, and I got our paint mixed up and in our new Tilswall Pinto GT spray gun, man. I'm actually really excited to spray with this thing again, but I'm even more excited to see this thing all shiny black, buddy. Well, it's not going to be shiny. It's going to dry to a satin, but you know, it's going to be shiny whenever it's wet. But either way, let's just start spraying. Alright, so this thing has a lot of dimensions to it, you know, insides and outs and left, right, up, down. So I'm doing what I like to call an introductory coat, you know, introducing the paint to the transmission. They're saying, hi, my name is Paint, what's up transmission, we should hang out. I don't want to have to run away, you know. If you introduce them a little too fast, you know, the paint might run away, gets a little scared. Anyhow, just a quick light coat, let it kind of get tacky. Then I'm going to come in and get a little heavier and get down inside of all the little nooks and crannies and crevices. You know, I tried to make sure that I didn't miss anything with the primer, so it stands out like a sore thumb anywhere that I didn't get all the shadowing inside of here. So that's coat one. We're going to do a total of 3 coats on this thing. Alright, just got the Pinto GT all cleaned out, dude. Got all the paint taken out of it. That's the main thing with spray guns, man. You want to make sure not to leave paint on them. If you clean it immediately after you're done with it, the paint comes off so much easier than if you were to get lazy and just throw it on the workbench and come back later. Believe me, been there, done that. Anyhow, this gun definitely sprayed phenomenally. This thing sprays really nice. I, of course, wouldn't lie to you guys about it. You guys know how much painting that I have done just on the channel. This thing definitely has a really nice feel, and I like how big the fan is. Like, you can make this fan just ginormous in comparison to my other spray guns, besides the Supernova. But again, dude, this thing is at a fraction of the cost that Supernova costs. And then on top of that, you basically get 4 guns in one. Well, 3 guns in one. Came with 3 sets, right? Anyhow, you get the 3 different needle sizes, and it's all in one freaking package, man. Huge shout out to Tilswall for sponsoring the gun that we used in today's video. Transmission came out super dope. I'm definitely glad that I found that little crack. And then huge shout out to Dylan, of course, for welding that up. And on top of that, he found a second crack. So He got that all welded up, so fingers crossed that we don't have any problems with this transmission, dude. You know, I talked all this crap in the last video about these things being so fragile, and look at that, I'm just proving myself right. What can I say? Anyhow, I gotta let this thing dry, dude. But you know what the good news is? The next video, we're gonna be able to get this thing bolted up to the engine and get the engine slapped into khaki. And one more thing, don't forget, throw it in the comments down below if you guys are excited, or if you guys are interested, of course, in seeing me and Dylan teaming up on working on that EK coupe. We have a lot of ideas about it. I think it's gonna turn out to be a pretty sick ass little car. It's gonna be like a race style car, you know. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do smash the like button. Check the links in the description down below. Support the companies who help support what it is we do here. Peace, and I'll see you on the next one.